Hello, Warsaw Community Schools. My name is Kyle Carter. I'm the Chief Technology and Data Analytics Officer, and I'm going to walk you through today the returning student registration process for the 2022-2023 school year. We're going to begin by looking at the Warsaw Community Schools webpage at warsawschools.org. We're going to click on the registration tab. This is your one-stop shop for all things related to student registration. You'll see new student registration information here at the top of the page. As we scroll down a little bit further, you'll see all of the steps and guidance regarding returning student registration. All families will complete returning student registration by visiting the PowerSchool Parent Portal. If you already know how to access that information, you can log in. If you don't know where to go, that link is right here on our registration page. Once we are there, this takes us to the login screen for our parent portal. We'll log into our parent portal account. And you will see your children listed in the top left-hand corner of your screen. For today's purposes, we're going to pretend like we are missing one of our children. It is possible that that may happen if you're registering a new kindergartner for Warsaw Community Schools. You have an additional child living with you during the school year, or sometimes it just happens that one of your students are not linked properly with your account. To add a child to your parent portal account, you do need to reach out to your school and ask for their access ID and their access password. When you have that information, you can click on your account preferences, go to students, and you have the ability on the right-hand side of your screen to add an additional child. So you're going to type in their name, and you're going to type in the web access ID and access password that was provided by your school. Last step here is to select the relation and hit OK. Once that process is complete, you can see that you now have a third child added to your account, and the name now displays up here in the top left-hand corner of your screen. So let's go ahead and register for school. I'm going to click on Tyler, who I am registering for school today, and I'm going to scroll down to the bottom of my screen, and I'm going to select Forms. All students completing returning student registration are going to select Forms, and up here we have several tabs. We're going to click on the Enrollment tab. So right here are all the forms that I need to complete for returning student registration. If you've not completed any of these forms, these icons on the right-hand side of the screen will be blue and say empty. I'm going to begin completing this registration process by clicking on Returning Student Info Update. This is Form AR. All of these forms are set to go in order. So when you pull up each of these forms, when you complete one, it will automatically advance you to the next form. I do have the ability over here to select the language that I need for my form. It will default to whatever you have set your PowerSchool Parent Portal account, whatever language you have specified in that account. So I will walk through and complete all of the questions and the steps that are listed here. If there is an asterisk next to the question, it is a required field. As I come down here to the bottom of each form, then I have the ability to submit the form. When you have submitted each form, it will say thank you. It will say form submitted, and when you select OK, it will advance you to the next form. So I have the ability to come through here and answer each of these questions. Now this is pulling information that was already on file because these are existing registrations. So there may be some information that has changed or needs to be updated. Please take the time to look over this information and make sure it is correct, answering all of the forms that are present. Again, after every form submission, you're going to be asked or excuse me, it's going to say to you that the form has been successfully submitted, and you'll hit OK. Now, these warnings that I'm getting here, they're giving me warnings because I've already submitted and completed the form. That is important to note. You can submit and complete the form as many times as you want, but you don't need to after that first time. Many of these forms will be approved by the school office to verify the information is accurate and complete. So the emergency contacts form, one item that I do want to note here is that we do request that there are 3 emergency contacts present for every child, and that these emergency contacts are someone other than parents and legal guardians. We want to make sure that we have plenty of other individuals to contact in the event that we cannot contact you in an emergency situation. So please, 3 emergency contacts other than mom or dad or legal guardians. You'll notice up here at the top of the page, all of the forms that need to be completed are listed. No need to go out of order, though. These forms will auto-advance appropriately. So for the sake of our demonstration, I am going to come to the last form. This variety of permissions and agreements are present on this last form. So I've gone through and I've checked the information that I needed for this particular form. I have checked my last box here, and I'm going to hit submit. On that last form, it's going to say thank you for submitting the form. You have now completed the registration process. I hit OK. It comes back to the last form. You are finished. There is nothing more that you need to do once you have received that message that states you have completed all forms. If you want to verify, you can click on Forms. You can go to that Enrollment tab, and you will see that all of your forms are now pending or have successfully been submitted. And you can move on and complete that information for your next child. All right, so that's a quick tutorial for how to complete returning student registration. Thanks so much for watching. If you have any questions at any time for returning student registration, please don't hesitate to reach out to your school office. They can support and assist you with any of your registration questions, or call the Warsaw Community Schools Central Office at 574-371-5098. Thanks so much for your help. Thanks so much for registering for the 2022-2023 school year.